Greetings, everyone. Welcome. It's Friday afternoon, for me anyway. Regardless of your time zone, it is time for our new Friday tradition. After I do a morning draft against the randos on MTG Arena, I take a little lunch break, then I come back and we do a third-party draft on mtgadraft.herokuapp.com, and that allows us to draft out of MTG Arena for free. We can export the decks we draft into MTG Arena and then use the friend challenge system to battle each other. So I'm going to be battling my own viewers. And as always, my hair is on the line. If chat manages to 0-7 me, if I fail to win any games in this event, if I play all 7 and fail to win any, then I turn control over my hair from the neck up to chat. So trying to avoid that. Although I've also been joking that with the coronavirus and staying, it's starting to get out of control here, and I wouldn't mind like someone coming in and doing something else with it. Although my eyebrows are safe, I have gone 7-0, and so my eyebrows are safe. And if I go 7-0 today, we'll figure out something else I get to call safe. But I'm going to hop over to my left monitor view where you can see how we're going to do this draft. I need to minimize this so chat shows up nicely. And I'm ready to go. So Buckeye, kick it off whenever you want. Here we have the Heroku app page where Buckeye is running the event and now asking if everybody's ready. I get to say, yeah, I'm ready. And then we'll get some picks up here shortly. Waiting for cheese. It looks like, oh, everybody's ready. The cheese does not stand alone. So I'm going to start by just clicking the rare. It looks fine as a place to start. It's not amazing, but it is a fine place to start. I'm not seeing anything leaping out at me outside the rare. This is also a fine place to start. This is a great mutate trigger. But there's a lot of blue in this pack. There's not much green in this pack. I love starting with a green rare and then trying to cut the green a bit. This isn't a very good card. So just note that like we're taking the rare because it's the best card, but it also happens to be in a good place for us color-wise because we're not going to pass any quality green in this pack. So it starts us down the path of cutting green. Symbiote into Gemraiser is pretty powerful, but it's basically like putting a +3/+3 aura for 3, which have existed, you know. So while I want to say that while Symbiote into Gemraiser can feel like any 2-drop into an aura that says +3/+3 is kind of the same thing. If we want to continue cutting the green, we could take a Fertilid, but I don't think it's the best card here, so we're not going to do that. We could take a Deadweight and head towards that. We can take a Rock Slide. I don't draft green-red too much, but I draft like Teamer Mutate. What do we like here, though? This is this cycling. I mean, this says has a lot of words and says I can't process this card. You want to take it? Really? Okay, let's process this card. If a cycling ability of another non-land card would cause you to draw a card, instead exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a card that shares a card type with a cycled card. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Then is that even good though? We're gonna like cycle to a lot of random cyclers that we found and then cast them, and it's like it doesn't even do anything. Yeah, I'm not taking that. I'm on Deadweight or Rock Slide or Healer even, but Rock Slide and Healer both send towards possible wheeling. But yeah, Deadweight's been less impressive, although I'm liking black okay. Let's take a Rock Slide, though. Slither Wisp doesn't seem worth taking just because it's rare or anything. There's a Ram through. I do like a Symbiote, of course, and hopefully we could wheel this, but with no, like, strong... Well, there's a Stinger. We could also take the Stinger and head towards Cycling if we think that might be the best place to be. I mean, I think at this point you have to consider Stinger to be about a similar pick quality as Ram through and Symbiote. But I think Ram through with this Gem Razor is pretty nice. I don't want to just be married to Cycling at this point. It's just that when I see it now, I want to make sure we're not missing the best pick. This might be considerably the best pick, but since we do have green in the pack already, let's take the Razor. I mean, we have red in the pack already too, though, so you could really make an argument for the Stinger, but I'm going to choke. I'm going to do it. Taking the Ram through. Nothing amazing here. We could do the human. I think red-green is kind of like human-non-human, so... oh, this isn't the same spell, though. Never mind. Probably just Fertilid, then. With Fertilid, we can get started going towards splashing in green. There's Shredded Sails to continue to hedge possibly towards backdooring into Cycling, but I don't see it. This isn't a sign or anything, so let's not take it. We could take the Thornwood Falls. Path. Oh, yeah, sorry. Honestly, I saw Migration Path. I saw the uncommon green Cycle 2, and I thought this was destroy enchantments. I thought this was the destroy up to 3 enchantments cycler. I'm actually in for this. I think this is fine. Oh, yeah, it's not... Fertilid isn't better than Migration Path. My brain just isn't better at reading Migration Path than it is at reading Fertilid. So that's what I'm going to... I'll do that. You can see why I would have not wanted to take the enchantment cycler. Well, does this do anything? I've never played an ultimatum. Maybe ultimating chat would be fun to try and do. And we do have a lot of green and some fixing here. Migration Path. Is this good, though? Search your library up for it to 3 monocolored cards with different names and exile them. An opponent chooses one of those cards. Shuffle that card into your library. You may cast the other card. Oh, so that's not even that good. It doesn't seem good, though. This seems bad. I want to take a card that's good. I'm going to take a green card that's good instead of a green card that's bad. Like a Sandworm or a Cavern Whisperer even is medium. Night Squad Commando. We're not in black yet, so I think we just take the old Sandworm here. Dark Bargain is attempting pull into black. We have Prickly Marmoset, though. Not like we're cycling a ton, but this is fine even in any deck. This kind of threatens activation. I'm wary, but yes, you guys can mess with me. I'm so addicted to looking at what chat thinks, you can probably totally get me. So I like Marmoset here. But maybe it should be Dark Bargain. Maybe I kind of like taking away from the cycling. Yeah, take the mountain. Okay, see, Mama, that's a little transparent. You got to be a little more subtle than that. Bargain makes some sense, but we do have a Rock Slide, so I think Marmoset with Rock Slide was a little more appealing to me than the Bargain. Although this makes me want to splash, so Bargain is a fine card to splash. Fair enough, Astrith. I can really be improving my deck with those mountains. I'll think strongly about that. Okay, so we have a Fertilid, which I would be digging in this type of deck. We could just take a Jungle Hollow to set up the black. The Momentum Rumbler has been okay. I mean, I've never seen this get to a double strike. Have you? Maybe you all have seen this become a double strike and actually be good. To me, this has been a 3/3 for 3 that gets managed. And And I would rather... I'm thinking I would rather set up the splash. Like, Fertilid plus Migration Path just means we can do anything we want. So I'm going to get wacky. We're going to pass that Rumbler, and I'm going to take the Fertilid. Now we have Fertilid and Migration Path and can go nutso on the splash. And maybe I'll get myself into such trouble with this path that I'll go 0-7. Yeah, it's a Lightning Rod. You're right. It's a 3/3 for 4 that must be dealt with. But sometimes it's dealt with because you have a 3/4 out and they just never even attack with it. And it is a solid mutate target. That's a fair point. Kind of like the crystal, given where we've started here. We have the red and the green already. This helps splash/ramp towards what we're, all this fixing we're doing. This command, all this other stuff is just like not really in the plan of a big mana ramp deck. So I'm just going to stick for big mana ramp here. Yeah, I'm ready to go 4 or 5 color with this start. We just need the reasons to. Yeah, it's funny. We still have Cycle, Rock Slide, and Marmoset. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards to the red-white cycling deck already. So if the rest of the drafters tell me that it's wide open from here, I would consider doing it. Raking Claws is a reasonable hedge. We could just take the land, though, if we want to go 5-color nonsense. Mutual Destruction, not bad for that either. I think I'm going to take the land. Let's try to be nonsense. Claws is the sensible pick. Land is the let's have fun Friday afternoon and try not have so much fun that I lose my hair. Like, this is interesting. I like these cycling narrow cyclers because we might just use this. I'm going to take a Honey Mammoth, but again, I don't understand. Like, some people have been up on this card. I don't see why we're up on a 6/6 for 6 in a set with 7/7s for 7 that have some evasion and cycling. So I'm going to take the Suffocating Fumes as a possible, we can play it and then potentially use it or cycle it if we can't. That makes me want a Windscarred Crag here over the Survivor's Bond. We're totally doing it. 5-color nonsense. We just need some nonsense. Would you prioritize it there, though, Houdini? It's a 6/6 for 6. I'm not saying if you play a 6/6 for 6 that it doesn't do things, but I'm just saying in a set with a 7/7 for 7 that cycles, I'm way not going to prioritize it. These are all bad. I guess maybe we want to save something. I never prioritize 6 drops. Like, if we get them, we get them. The ultimatum's so bad nobody even took it. Again, I don't. Even if we had perfect mana for this, I don't see why we would do it. I mean, I guess over a second Suffocating Fumes, we'll take it as a possible consideration. I don't think we're playing it, but we'll keep in mind that we have it. We're not playing hopefully either of those. Ruinous, is this any better? Oh, that seems good. We could try that, although we're also ridiculously far from red, red, white, 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 black, black. No, I don't think we can start there, but if it comes back around, maybe we'll try it. What can we do? Like, we just need to take a Blood Curdle here. Come on. If it wheels, we'll try, maybe. But it would be silly not to take the Blood Curdle here. Getting weird in here. Dracus was a fair consideration, but we don't have any blue yet, and we're very light red, so it's quite the stretch. Although it's a fair late game card, East, because it's doing good stuff late, get your blood curdle back, etc. This wouldn't suck for helping what we're doing, but we want to find action before that. Like, we just want another rock slide. This also makes me, we're going to want to find card draw. If we're going to be removal / 5-color removal deck, we really need to get card draw, but I'm going to take another rock slide here. Low on 2s, also got to keep that in mind. I mean, we can do some cycling if we have to, but don't want to. That's weird that the bots are drafting like that. I wonder if the auto picking they're using is not the same as the bot draft. I also don't think we're playing this even as a splash. Well, this is exactly the kind of thing we should be wanting to do if we're playing 5-color. Although, again, we had this in the morning event, and really this is a 4-mana spread around 5 damage, which is good enough. Would like this Great Horn, fits our plan. Would like a freaking 2-drop. That would fit our plan. But I'm going to take the Mythos. Really filling up at 4. Let's keep that in mind. Really kind of want to be done with 4s if possible. Crystal, ooh, Fire Prophecy will be all over the removal. But again, though, it just makes me want more card draw, but I'm not passing Fire Prophecy. That's a 2-drop that we could play on 2 quite effectively. Red is wide open, but it's pack 2, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be open for 3, but this is certainly looking good for us in pack 2 on the red-green front. Looks like we're base red-green, splash whatever we think is good. Good bot luck to you, Abrupt DK. Trying to do a little stretching here. Sorry I look weird, but my neck is quite stiff. Mono removal is a time-tested archetype, but it's a bad one if you don't have card draw. So I really want card draw now. I don't think this is a real card. We could take, for us, maybe it is. I've yet to see this impress me, but maybe it's impressed other people. I don't know. We could take a discard. Oh, sack harvester. Yeah, probably just harvester. Splashable and fine. It's removal. It's just expensive too. It's just kind of like a 5. It's something along the lines of card draw, non-magic. No magic, no fun, but I wouldn't actually call it card draw. Mando, here's a red card. What I want is a 2-mana. Where's our 2-mana stuff? We could do this. That's bad. Sabertooth is not on color for... So I'm just going to take the Mentor. It's a 3/2 for 3 that could do some other stuff. 3/2, you know, okay. It's not exciting, but it's playable. Yeah, so much for cutting green in pack 1, right? That has not worked out. I might take this just because we can at least do something on 2. Same with Raking Claws and Wilt, though. We could take any of these. The Mentors are just reasonably curve-filling creatures that have upside. I mean, I don't know what people were expecting of them, but I think they're good. Claw, tell me what you think, chat. Wilt, Claws, or Reunion? What do we like here? Maybe it's Wilt. A lot of support for Claws. I guess with big green stuff, Claws could actually be game-winning. All right, I'm going to take Claws. Just because we could actually hard cast it to some good effect. And Lava Serpent's fine here. I'm trying to remind myself of the cycling we have so that I'm not feeling like we're doing nothing at 2. At least we have a ton of cycling we can do at 2. So putting all my cycle 2s in the 2 spot makes me feel like, okay, we're not going to completely waste our mana there. Yeah, Back for More would be an excellent pickup. Ultimatum came back. I threatened to take it if it did, but we can just take a Honey Mammoth or a Survivor's Bond or a Crystal to help with the ramp and fix if we really want to do. I think probably just Mammoth or Bond. Yeah, we want one of these two. How are we doing? We got a pretty nice split of human, non-human. Or maybe we don't. We have this Mentor. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I saw a human and was like, yeah, we're there. No, we don't actually. We have one human. So I don't like that. I'm going to take the Honey Mammoth or the Crystal. We're not, this is not realistically playable, even though it is a reasonably powerful effect. But here's where I'll take first Mammoth. And Spell Eater seems better to me than Crystal or second Mammoth. Fills out our 3s a bit. Hey, Professor Knox. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Love to see you all here. Happy Friday to you. You've caught us in the middle of a special event I do every Friday with my viewers. Right now, I'm drafting offline on this awesome website. And it lets us draft offline and then bring the decks into Arena. And then I'm gonna battle my viewers in a 7-game gauntlet. So I'm gonna play everybody I'm drafting against exactly once in a best of 1 to see who can get 4 wins first, me or chat. So that's what we're gonna do here. And right now I've kind of got red-green, but with the capability of just about playing anything. We have a Fertilid and a Migration Path that are gonna let us play whatever we want. I'm going to take Mutual Destruction here over yet another Crystal. Although this is a pretty decent Crystal for us, I just feel like we don't really need this. And I would like some more removal. Here's this thing. We're not going to main deck Plummets. And not playing a Kitty Cat. Probably not playing this either. At this point, it looks like we are, even though we have the capability to go 4 or even 5 color, we just don't have the rewards for it, but maybe we'll see some here. Okay, here's an ultimatum we could consider. Keep getting ultimatums to consider. This one, look at the top 5, put any number of permanent cards from among them on the battlefield and the rest in your hand. It's a big card draw. I said I wanted card draw, so that's true. But we have Heartless Act. Let's just take more incredible removal. think that's what I like. You want the Brushwag? Nah, that's too early. We take Heartless Act. I know we need early drops, but I'm not taking a Brushwag first pick out of this pack. We'll get a Forbidden Friendship on the wheel. I'm taking Heartless Act. Just going to get all removal and it'll all work out. So yeah, right now we're kind of junned with no real reason to be anything else. That probably means we're cutting this unless we find something blue to play. All right, here's some cards. Let's see what we got. Moloch leaps out at me as a possible 2-for-1, but a very specific kind of 2-for-1 that's not easy to get. Boot Nipper probably even better, but we're not really heavy black, so it's not like this is coming down on 2. Maybe just another Fertilid. At least it cycles 2. Yeah, we'll take it. We're going to play this right now. Another Fertilid would be fine. We're a little low on 3s. What I want is something to ramp into besides a Greater Sandworm. I mean, this is okay, but we got some ramp, so let's find something to ramp to. Parcel Beast is a nice reward for being flexible on our mana. We could pick that up. And all the Great Horn helps do what we want to do too. I'm going to take the Parcel Beast. Hopefully we wheel some of this other stuff. So now I want this back in. East thinks it's too greedy. This is why we are doing this, East. If we're not going to do things like take Parcel Beast, why did we get into this Fertilid migration path crystal kind of plan anyway? It would be nice if we had like a one of these tap lands that had blue in it. You know, Jund color plus blue would be nice here, but it's all right. Yeah, but I did sign up for it. I did. We can take a Primal Empathy here, a Thornwood Falls, a Ram Through, a Blade Banish. Primal Empathy is quite good, but probably just want the Ram. And yeah, I would love this land, but I'm not on it right now. I think we just got to Ram Through. So good. Titanoth Rex. We could cycle that, but we don't really have the bring back right now. Maybe if we got a back for more, this would be incredible. But what else do we take if we don't take it? We could take... this crystal to help with the blue again. I don't think we're doing much with, like... This is kind of like running a cycler. Yeah, we do have ramp. Okay, so maybe that's my ramp target. I was complaining about lack of ramp target. We'll take the Rex. We might just actually hardcast that sucker. Great Horn jumps out at me as what we want to do over a Jungle Hollow. So I'm going to take that. Hopefully we cast it here. But to do that, we need something down here, which we don't really have a lot of. I know. If one of those Fertilids could make it back, I'd start to feel quite excellent about where we're at. Naturalist, also interesting. Straight up Tri-land, though, doesn't suck either. Naturalist, though, is on color and 2. I think we just have to take Naturalist. Would love the Triome, though. Yeah, it's possible Sonatex. This might not be, but like, I'm happy to hardcast a Parcel Beast. Less so the Great Horn. But happy to hardcast Gem Razor. Happy to hardcast Parcel Beast. So I'm not too concerned about it. Not happy to hardcast the Harvester, but this is a 5 mana thing anyway. Here's a Brushwag I can get behind. Definitely, definitely. All right. Late Brushwag, but good timing. And maybe we'll get another one. Somebody wanted me to take a pack 3, pick 1 Brushwag, I think. So we might get another one right here. Kind of a weird deck. Haven't really had anything like this in the format so far. Somebody out there has a good cycling deck, I feel pretty sure. Forbidden Friendship, though, is a 2-drop that gives us some mutating targets. Here's another, the Genesis Ultimatum is back. But I'm going to take Forbidden Friendship here. Really actually helps out our mutate plan and everything like that. Yeah, Ultimatum is interesting, but no, this is actually what the deck needs. Not taking the Ultimatum. I get it. This is castable and interesting, but this is exactly what our deck needs. I don't know. I don't know if chat's trying to tell me to be fun or... Yeah, I'm going to take the Friendship. I think this is too tough. We're not blue enough for this. Here's the card I thought I was taking or passing early. We could even take it, potentially. Do we have enough human, non-human now for the bond to do anything worthwhile? Maybe? And are we blitzing enough? Are we spelling enough to blitz? Yeah, I don't think we can play blitz is the problem. We're not a terrible blitz deck, but we're not made for it. I think we just take take the bond or the breach. Bristling Boar is a 4-drop we really don't need. I mean, I don't know what else we take. I guess we can take this and maybe we're playing it, but I don't think we possibly play a Boar given our 4s. Thank you all for hanging around from the raid. Those of you who stuck with me, I appreciate it a lot. Oh, that's a good pickup for us. I like it over the random excavation mole. We got cuts to make, so let's just take the falls. For those of you actually who don't know me, my name is Ryan Spain. I co-created the Limited Resources podcast with Marshall Sutcliffe before working at Wizards for 7 years. Then I left Wizards, and now I'm here hanging with people weekdays, drafting MTG Arena. Boar plus Curdle is a fun combo. You're not wrong, but I don't think it's good enough to make our deck at this point. Probably not playing 2 Mammoths. Might not even play 1 since we have Rex and Worm. I'm going to cut the land. We're going to play that land, but I'm cutting it just so we can see what our actual situation is in terms of the deck itself. We're not making enough tokens for me to like Mutual Destruction. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to put cycling, kind of arbitrary cycling over there. This is part of our... Yeah, this makes me not want to play Mammoths when we have a Lava Serpent to ramp to as well. I'm not even... Like, we can get into the hypotheticals when I'm 0 and 5. When I'm 0 and 5, we'll start getting into hypotheticals about what happens if I go 0 and 7. But until then, I'm not even going to worry about it. Probably can just cut the fumes. This is... I'm kind of want to put all of our... just kind of cycle / value cards over here. I'm going to leave Crystal in. Yeah. Ugh. All right, well, I'm cutting this and cutting this. And now we have some tougher cuts. That's a question I'll deal with another time, White Russian. But the short answer is yeah. Like, but Mark is just an adversarial type of personality. And to an extent, so am I. So we get passionate in each other's faces sometimes, but I don't think there's any hard feelings or anything. I don't know. Not from me. You can ask Mark. Maybe he hates me now. I don't know. Yeah, Moloch getting back the stuff we can cast later on is cool. Probably just giving up on the Survivor's Bond. And maybe we're just like one cut. Maybe I can't be like, sometimes when you have enough mana sources that are not like, also let's look at our ramp and mana sources too. I want to see if basically, can we be 16 is one question here. We could cut the black, but the removal is so good and it's so nearly free to just throw a swamp in with all the fixing that I'm going to do it. Maybe we cut one of the black cards as a final cut, but which one? They're all so good. Too heavy on 5+ curve. There's only 5 of them, and 3 of them cycle for 2. So Sonatex, does this make you feel better? I can do this. Does that make... How do you feel now? Oh, too heavy on 5 to go to 16. You're not saying cut a 5+. But again, I don't think we are, because if we can't cast them, we cycle them. That's the beauty. I'm going to make one more cut and go 16, I think. Maybe that's greedy. Maybe... Thing is, I can't cut... We could cut a black card, but I don't know about cutting 3 black cards. We could take Heartless Act. But I don't think that's true, Sonatex. We only have, like, okay, this cycles 2. And this is 5. Like, if you consider the cycling thing, we have... Our curve tops at 5. If, you know, it doesn't, but I'm just saying, in our worst case, oh no, we did 16 land and we're not finding our sources, we have things to do in that deck. So in the games where we screw, this is our plan. And in the games where we flood, you know, you see where I'm going with this? This is our plan, right? Can't cut something cheaper. Sure, that's fair. So maybe something at 4 needs to go. And maybe one of the Rock Slides, because I like Curdle better than Rock Slide. And I believe in our ability to get this splash mana, so I think I want to try that. I'm going to start here. No, I'm really digging the serpent. I think this is a fun. This is like a perfect card for us. I love this Sandwurm Serpent Rex trio. This is exactly what I want to be doing here, and exactly why I don't want to be playing mammoths in this deck. Sometimes they're playable, but here we don't want them. Is my point. And yeah, I'm going to call this my export. Let's see. We don't need any planes though. That is a lie. And we do need 1 and 1 and then 6, boom, boom, 13, 14, 15. We do like that. How much trample? Do I care? All right, let's export this. Switch back to a deck building view. Oh yes, thank you. We'll get that bicolor land back in there. And I'll try to be very careful and not accidentally send things to my... Oh, I have too many decks. Is that what it said? How about this can go? All right, very carefully dragging. I did 13 earlier today, but only, of course, with the... We're not playing... Come on, jeez. Do it this way, then, if you're going to be like that. That we can send back to the... to the card pool, so same with that. And then we want this in our deck, but I'm going to do that from this view, because it's a little easier. A little. Come on! Never mind, it's not easier at all. It's like it's doing this to me. What's that on your shirt? What's that on your shirt? Sure, I'll just go at it. Ugh. Sure, I'll just go at... Ugh. So we'll try it this way. All right, whatever. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to send it back to my card pool. Thornwood frickin' Falls. I'll do it that way. All right. Who had... Oh, nobody had lands, so I'm going to do it myself, actually. Actually, I haven't used these in a while. So we want to go here, here. Is that too many? Oh yeah, that's too many. So we want to go down one of those. Or probably actually want to go down one of these and up. Have 8 forests for the green fixing we have. Yeah, we can apply styles. And craft all. And what are we calling this one? Green Greed. That'll do. I want to get playing. Free cosmetics. I'll show everybody what to do since Chad is talking about that. Go to the store. New sleeves and a style. Thanks, wizards. All right, who's up first? Looks like someone's... I got a... Toto's my first oppo. And here we go. Let me get my info updated and the right place in the battlefield, all that stuff. All right, here we go. Feeling the pressure immediately when my hair is on the line, I gotta tell you. It's pretty unlikely for me to lose my hair, or lose control of my hair at the very least, but we're going for it. All right, looks great. We get Thornwood Falls on 1, or Forest on 1, Brushwag, and then Thornwood Falls, then Greathorn on Brushwag on 3. We got pretty pressured by Brushwag into Greathorn Mutate twice today in our earlier event. Oh, they've got a buddy here. Let's see. Your starting deck contains at least 20 more than this minimum. So they're playing a 60 Carter. Cool. And this is coming out as a... Wow, as a 4/5 flyer for 5. That's pretty rough, but we got rammed through. Maybe we'll get big enough by then to do something about it. Could send in for this Fox, but it's too valuable for us to mutate onto it. So even though I don't think they would block, I'm not going to risk it. Actually, the animated one's on, right? Yeah, it's all good. Well, shoot. Was hoping they'd go shields down. And Greathorn, although they might have a Essence Scatter, is what I'm thinking here. And that makes me a little scared and makes me want to consider the Wolverine instead. And then, although Wolverine, if it survives with Ram Through and Forbidden Friendship, is awfully close to its double strike right away. So, yeah, we could do a Ram Through in response, if that's what they're up to. I'm going to go Wolverine baiting out Essence Scatter. You think they're cycling for sure? Yeah, Wizard's probably correct. It's more likely to be cycling than, especially when they're going 60. Like, you know, they packed their deck full of cyclers. All right, Lizard's certainty. While I don't share the certainty, I do share the observation that it's pretty likely they're setting up to cycle here with the Fox. So I'm going to go ahead and try the Greathorn. I'm going to go fetch a swamp, and then we have all of our colors. And now even double cycle doesn't beat the Greathorn, so we get to attack. Next turn we get Spell Eater plus either one of these, depending on whether we want to ram something or just get more on the board. I think, yeah, I don't know. I've often said that to me, Greathorn is just one. Like, we'd happily play Rampant Growth, right? So Rampant Growth is a 2-mana spell, 2-mana sorcery. We'd be happy to play. For 1 mana more, you get to upgrade your creature to a creature to a 3/4 and still get your mana and still get it later. Now, ramping on 2 is much better than ramping on 3. I don't deny that. But I think the value is clearly there, is what I'm saying. I'm gonna try a Wolverine pre, see what happens. See if there's a counter or, you know, obviously there's gonna be a pot. Like, this is a cycling deck, so no big shockers here. But maybe they do have counters and they're trying to figure out how important this Wolverine is to their ability to win this game. Oh yeah, I totally should have played the mountain, but I was intending to hold up the ram through here, so... Yeah, and in fact, I might just want to ram through the fox now while shields are down. But yeah, I wish I had played the mountain, because then I think I would play this if I had played the mountain, but I'm fine with ramming the fox while the ramming is good. I could wait, though. Like, if they untap and find a snare, I'll wish we did that. I'm going to wait. Fox is fine, but ram through is really powerful removal, and they could easily play something that we instantly regret having spent our removal. But you're no, it's not sacrificing. You're upgrading a creature and getting the ramp. Well, they can't really... yeah, I mean, I guess they could cycle out of range, but I almost am happy if they want to do that anyway. Now it feels highly unlikely that they can... if they can triple cycle, we're in trouble, but if their plan here is block and double cycle, then the ram through is actually quite good. Or that. That could happen. That makes me want to ram, though, while we actually can do it. Oh, we can pump. You're right. Hey, look. It's a brushwag, everybody. It's a brushwag. I wonder if I'll ever remember the brushwag on my own. I wonder if I will. I don't know. I don't think I will. I don't think it's ever going to happen, folks. You're going to have to tell me every single brushwag. And again, I do think this is a problem with the digital design of Mutate. Mutate is not a digital mechanic. It's a rough digital mechanic. We still get to play this and pump once, though, so that's cool. And Menace makes GG, or close. Yeah, close, close. Not quite. This is a counter, but not a +1/+1 counter. Having a hasty dino here should help as well. Right now, that's not enough because we get to add a third attacker. And menace counters make it all unblockable. So there we go. We got it. GGS. Oh, I have my communications off, which I should turn on for playing with my friends on stream here. I won! You kind of like that, Mama? Well, beat me 7 times in one chat event, and you can call that my style. All right. I'm going to check my list and find the next Oppo. Robert Gargantuan, I'm after you, buddy. Glad you think so, D. My excitement's still here, buddy. Dionysus, your problem is that you're focusing on the wrong goal first. Your first goal is to win more than 2 games, because so far chat has failed to win more than 2 games. So why don't you start, D, with winning 3 times before coming after my hair, okay? Just go for 3 wins. I love it. Breaking your hearts on game 1 is my favorite part of this whole event. I gotta tell you. Nice. We found... I don't love this card in this deck, I gotta say. It's not amazing in this deck, but a turn 2 mutatable creature is good for us. And I'm gonna go ahead and try the mutate. They don't... they could have the... this is blue, so they could... Oh gosh, this is another one. Everybody doing the companion thing. I'm going to get green so that we can double activate Fertilid. We don't have any need for blue yet. And the Fertilid... Oh, we have blue anyway, yeah. So definitely double green. Good game, Toto. Don't worry, you and me both forgot forgot the pump. I have friendly chat for some reason helping me beat you. I almost just took the Divine Arrow and let my creature go, and then I was like, oh yeah, pump, yeah, right, yeah, yes, right. I knew it. I knew it. Here we are doing it. That thing I knew about completely. So I'm gonna go... I like Cycle and either the Fertilid or the Wolverine here. Wolverine's only on 1, so we're pretty far away. Well, this is 2. So we're close to this being real. But I think Fertilid... Heck, Fertilid leave up... Take counters off Fertilid might even be the way to go. We could also just Blood Curdle this, but that doesn't make sense to me. No, we're not doing that. You just want to play Crystal? Yeah, I'm being greedy, though, because we don't need this mana. Like, I'd rather cycle this. Like, we play this, and then... Yes, we get our... What does that do exactly? Like, those of you want to go play, like, I don't know... yeah, but we're gonna get... We're already there. Like, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're 2 mana away from finding it for getting the mana anyway. So I don't feel the need. I'm gonna play Fertilid and not the Crystal. We're gonna cycle the Crystal or just Fertilid for land in this one. And now I'm gonna attack here and make him block. My only question is whether I'm cycling this or Fertiliding. I'm probably just going to Fertilid this turn, since it doesn't require tapping. It's summoning sick, but we can still go get land with it. So I'm going to hold on the cycle, but I'm not playing this yet. We'll see if we need this. Maybe, but sometimes that's the best bluff, Mike. Where it looks like, oh, they're just bluffing because they already did their stuff. They don't have anything. And then you do have the thing. It can actually... we didn't there, but, you know. There, it was exactly what it looks like. But sometimes if you create what I did there on purpose, you can trick people into thinking you're just being lazy with your sequencing as opposed to about to blow them out. No blocks, though. Yeah, see all those extra clicks? There's no way they would design it that way for digital now. They would change the templating, but it's a reprint, so that's why it does what it does. Just more red now, I suppose. And with that, see, I think it's pretty clear that we're going for natural 9 as opposed to crystal 9, so I'm actually going to cycle the crystal now. Although, wait, we may have Wolverine Blood Curdle that we want to do this turn. Yeah, we can do Wolverine Blood Curdle. And I'm going to send in everything. Blood Curdle is an instant, so if Robert is bold enough to attempt a double block, we get him. Of course, they probably won't double block, and maybe I should just be... Robert's not going to double block. I'm being silly. What I should do is this. We're going to send on full control. I'm going to curdle the 2-4, although I am worried about this, but I'm going to do it. Curdle the 2-4. I know there's probably better targets, but I'm also doing some pretty good pressure here. Trying to, there we go, submit 1. And then now, go ahead. Trade your tooth for either of these 1/1s. It's the menace counter that made me want to do it, because I knew we could get it through. And Robert wasn't going to double block. He's not that silly. Yeah, but we might be able to... It might not be relevant, is my point. Like, I'm just trying to get so fast on them that it's not going to matter that they have a, quote, better target. Cycle this, find any instant or sorcery. Wolverine becomes super mean. Argument for trading, just trading off, but with this cycle and the possible double strike, I'm gonna give us a chance to get this to double strike levels. Looks like it's gonna die though, maybe, with Robert hovering over it. Hey, Taonga. I'm not sure how you'd like your name pronounced. Taonga is how I see it, but yeah, Arena's a great place to start learning Magic, really. This is Arena. Oh no! There goes Tokyo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we could just play this now. I was going to cycle it, but we could play it, fertile it, and be sure that we have this ready next turn. Kind of want to be greedy and just cycle the crystal, though. When we get this, right? Yeah, I'm going to be greedy. Let's greed it up. Greed! This is channel greed. Ha! No, we're not going to toss that. But this is nice. We get to send in and really have a blowout possibility here. Nah, we're good around here. It's totally fair to ask if it's like Hearthstone, because Hearthstone totally would not exist without Magic. So yeah, it's a lot like Hearthstone. It's even more like Hearthstone now because we have companions. You'll be right at home. In fact, right now, Magic players are complaining heavily that Wizards made some changes and introduced these new card types that are making it feel more like Hearthstone. All right, well, if they're going to do it this way, I'm going to go for Fire Prophecy on here. And get Double Strike here. Not going to let Godzilla go, though. I could give this Trample, and we'd get in 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it worth just cycling Godzilla to put Robert to 2 here? It's not an awful play. Yeah, I should have swung out. You're absolutely right. Then we could have lethal here. I get very conservative about my swing outs unless I'm seeing the lethal, but I didn't expect that block from Robert, I guess. That was part of it. And I'm going to save it, though. 10 with Trample? Why 10? We'd get 5 from the Wolverine and 3 from the Great Horn. I count 8. I mean, yeah, if we swing out, it was 10. I'll say good game under the presumption that Robert is not trying to dupe me into the untap sweeper play. Yeah, I screwed up and didn't swing out, but I think we're going to get this one still. Let's see what Robert can come up with. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough. Ooh, that helps, but the Trample is going to be good enough here, I think. I always assume there are sweepers. Maybe there aren't. Now, maybe we keep Fertilid for the attacks and Godzilla for the attacks here. If we do Fertilid, yeah, we might be able to cast Godzilla, but I don't even know if that's necessarily great. Yeah, let's just save the Trample. right, chat, I'm closing in. Gonna get ya. War Furnace is next. Be coy. Me coy? I'm going to keep. It's not as action-packed as our other hands, but we have a cycle on 2. If we find something, we can mutate on 3, but we at least have awesome stuff on 4 with any draw, so any land, so I'm going to keep. Second land color. Definitely cycling the worm here. Friendship, you're just a touch late. Just a touch late, old friendship. But we'll get this started. Is there an argument for the crystal? We could play the crystal and have 5 mana next turn. For what, though? Let's just do friendship. Dionysus. Don't do that. I don't like you telling me my stream is boring, Dionysus. Just because I won and you don't have my hair to root to lose anymore doesn't mean you get to come in here and call my stream boring. Be nice. This is an awesome stream. We're having fun and it's great. All right, now I want to, let's see, we can go, if we crystal, we have 2, not 3, so I'm not going to do that. They're not showing anything that gets them with the mutate here, so let's mutate onto the dino. And I'm going to get... We actually have the crystal for the parcel beast. I could take the black now. We could do beast, but the thing is I don't necessarily want to. The trouble with getting... is it tapped? It's tapped anyway, so we can't do the beast anyway. Yeah, let's take island and not mess around. I know, yeah, then we can cycle this instead. Well, Gio, I'm glad you could make it live, and I'm glad you found me on the VODs. And I don't know if you know that I have a YouTube channel, Gio. You can, instead of just watching the VODs, you can go and watch my slightly cut videos, you know? I mean, I'm like, they at least start and end where you expect. That's pretty nice. What are we gonna do about that? Maybe erase it? Yeah, let's try, we can do all this, this stuff, but I just like, let's race. And am I willing to give up a 1/1 to have... I mean, they're not he's not blocking my stuff anyway, so I'll leave that back. No need to give him the 1/1. Thank you for gifting sub, Mama. Yeah, this doesn't have trample, so we can actually just throw the 1/1 in for 5 life if we want to do that. Ooh, nice. Vigilance on the 5/6 lets them not have to decide between pressuring us and defending. So that's actually a problem. I don't know if we need to chump here. What is chumping here? It's 5 life for the token. I don't think we're doing anything else too much important with it, but we also don't need to do it yet. I'm going to say no blocks, and we'll chump later. There's pros and cons. If we chump later and they give this trample, we're super sad. If we chump later and they've made this thing bigger, we're super happy, right? So that's the trade-off. 1, 2, we have 6 mana. We can go Parcel Beast plus Naturalist. And then just naturally Parcel Beast. Mike likes chump before trample. Yeah, Naturalist Gem Razor is another way to go. But I kind of like getting Parcel Beast going. I mean, Gem Razor is not really doing anything on this board, and so why not do the Parcel Beast that can start to do stuff on this board? So I'm going to do that. In order to start the Parcel Beast now, I'd have to go all in on the Serpent or the Great Horn, and that doesn't seem correct to me. Yeah, we could mutate the Beast onto the Great Horn maybe next time, but I don't think we need to here. Let's see if we need that Swamp, for example. Yeah, Gem Razor on a 3/4 just doesn't do much. Although if they play an enchantment or artifact, then we're totally into that. But yeah, we need either a target for the mutate trigger or a reason to get a swamp before we would mutate Razor onto Great Horn. Crystal does not give black. It's the Teamer Crystal. That's why I was considering getting a swamp when I got an island, but we got the island so that we cast the Parcel Beast without having to cast the crystal. To that end, let's start with a cycle. Fertilid, you say? Well, we can play a Fertilid and get land off it if we need it, but we can't do that and Parcel Beast, so maybe actually the play is with 5 mana to Gem Razor and Parcel Beast here. But yeah, that's a good point. We can Fertilid and then mutate onto it. It's still kind of 2-for-1ing yourself, though. Although it's not really, as long as you leave the mana open to activate and get value out of the Fertilid side of it. All right, we'll play Fertilid, but we won't take the land. We will activate the Beast. Oh, with the Naturalist, we can even do that now if we want. Do we want to? Kind of puts all of our eggs in one basket without having the mana available to get Fertilid value. So I'm going to say no. We'll do it next turn on there. Beast on their turn. Yeah, this Beast, yes. I meant this Beast, which is creature type Beast. Wait on the Beast so we can Beast. Well, I'm certainly willing to... What do we think this could be? I'm not going to put the Parcel Beast in danger, so I'm going to start with Parcel Beast and just see what's coming. This could be the spot where we chump here, and if they remove one creature, we could put enough on that they can't remove enough. Like, we could do this, 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 and then destroying any one of these doesn't prevent lethal from happening over here. And if they go +3/+3, we still have the oomph to kill it. And we're at 10. We can't mess around here. They could have trample. Instant speed trample might suck, but I think we need to do this. And oh yeah, it's 5/5 with mentor, right? So but it's still, so then maybe the others aren't worth it. And we are saying we'll trade there for a trick, or I don't want to give up the Fertilid yet. I think we do this and make them have the trick to stop this from happening, and then play out from there. I am a Brushwag, the almighty Brushwag. I guess we play the Brushwag and put Gem Razor on it because nobody remembers that it activates. Like, we could totally have a Gem Razor with activation. And we can go like this. Mutate onto the Double Striker is certainly interesting. I think I like just keeping the Double Striker strong on its own. Brushwag is the one that really loses a lot of luster. I thought I had a mutate, right? Oh, did I miscount lands? Oh, no, I didn't. It's just that it doesn't know I'm mutating yet. Got it. The growing vigilant creatures are a concern, no doubt. Would like to find our Curdle. Although we can't cast it right now anyway, so maybe I don't want to find my Curdle. Mike wants me to throw out Wolverine. I guess the play was throw out Wolverine and activate Parcel Beast, or keep Pump mana up. I'm keeping Brushwag Pump. Well, not if it's me, Fresh. I have demonstrated that that is not true today. But maybe it's just me. Well, darn it, we gotta try again. I think I take the 6, though, this time. And try for the pump. That's what I'm gonna do. I feel like we're up against it. I don't feel like Robert would be doing this if... Yeah, if he didn't have something ready. So there you go. There's a lot of things Robert could have here. Or sorry, it's not Robert. Robert was last match. There's a lot of things War Furnace could have here, but I didn't feel like I could play around him. Yeah, you really got in my head with that pummeling I gave you, Robert. I can't get you out. I didn't think about the card that was incoming, but that's a great call, Jersey. If I had thought about the Divine Arrow, I could have pumped the Brushwag before blocking, and then that wouldn't have worked. We would have been a 2-for-1. So great call out. I'll try and remember that next time. What are we doing here? We don't even have the white. We're never going to do that, which is kind of funny because it's like if we did have the blue-white combo here, we could just win, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no, close. This isn't an instant, is it? No. So I don't know. I guess now we have to Parcel Beast for answers. This can make white, but not for non-creatures. Yeah, I'm going to Parcel Beast and Pray. That is definitely my line, Coolio. I went through everything and couldn't figure it out, so I'm trying this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we will be able to cast this like next turn. We just don't have the ability to survive to next turn very super well right here. But let's play Wolverine. And block a bunch, I guess. But I think War Furnace is going to get the first notch for team chat here today. We can chump with Fertilid and find a land. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from the Fertilid. Like, we need to keep Naturalist if we want to be sure to hardcast Champ, but maybe we just need to plan on drawing a land. Got a Divination out of the old Lead the Stampede. Yeah, we got to do here and here as our least important creatures. This is kind of least important, but if we can get 3 spells, it becomes one of our more important ones. So we're going to try and keep that. It's Friday, Jag. I always stream a little extra on Friday, and we do this afternoon event. Afternoon my time. I know it's not afternoon your time. The Friday special. And Jat, this is a special style. You can see that underneath it says Titaneth Rex in tiny letters under Godzilla. That's because it's actually Titaneth Rex. Funny, we found the land that is the worst draw in our deck. Are we dead, though? We're not dead. Oh, we are dead. No, we're not dead because we get 1 life back from this. Oh, do they have removal that we know about? No. Yeah, gain land makes this a mostly situation, but a pretty bad one. Oh, what was the removal? Let's see. Oh, that. Yeah. Are we just dead then? Maybe we're just dead. I haven't done the math. I'll block and see what it looks like. think they've got it. No, one's got summoning sickness, so we're not dead. Just close. Block, block. Ooh, and we got rock slide for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Not dead. Gotta take out this one, right? And no attacks. And now I want to... Oop. We didn't have the... I was like, oh, I want to cast this. Oh, we couldn't. We had 3 red needed and only 2 red available. So that's what happened there. Yeah, 1 more red would have been amazing. Didn't have it, though. I gotta put a cap on stuff, Nantuko, but what do you want? 1 free meme for Nantuko. No, not dead. Not dead. Okay, maybe a little dead. It's all right. Yeah, that's quite the draw. Boar and Symbiote can die here, and then do we start to have attacks? They have to block, and then we can chump. Well, let's start with bodies off the board, right? Boar grows? Oh, because boar... Wait, all right. Yeah, boar grows. Naturalized doesn't. We can get the naturalist then. So we'll do that. Although, yeah. We could put it all on the boar and kill it. That's true. No, I just do 5 on the boar. We're so low that the difference between killing 1 and 2 is also pretty rough. So I'm trying to kill 2 things here because I think that's pretty important. Read which card? What are you talking about? Which card, Doogie? No, you're not reading the card. I get it. We don't read cards around here, but you're the one not reading the card this time. No white. So they have the mana for 1 activation. Okay, well, let me think it through. If we kill this one only, then they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. So that means we're not dead. That's true. Oh, activation is 2. Sorry, all these mentors have had 3, so I assumed 3. That's good to know. Still not enough, and we can still kill it, is the bottom line. And we still survive killing the biggest thing, and it gets really out of hand, so I guess we should. Because you can't help yourselves. Because even though you're on team chat, realistically, we're all on team whoever's side we're looking at any given time, right? Well, their Majestic Unicorn can currently trade for our 11/11, so that is quite majestic. But yes, if we can get a Curdle, we're not dead yet. Just top deck a Curdle, and we are there. It is Ryan versus chat, so you get to decide for yourselves where your rooting interests lie. Cycling lets us... Oh, we can get the Sandworm going. Anything else with cycling? Not that it matters. I think it's just going to be Sandworm. I am not giving up this easily. Gonna make Furnace earn this one. Well, now it's unfortunate because we like actually have to chump. Now this Auricorn's too big. So I think Robert, Robert, you're right. War Furnace is going to get us here. Yeah, maybe I'm. Now that I'm thinking about it, Hodge, I think you're right, because as we untap here, it's like I'm in an untenable situation. I think Hodge is right that the only thing we could have done there is get aggressive with Godzilla, because we're unable to deal with this Auricorn. I think he's got it. All right. Chalk one up for the Furnace, and I did not skunk chat today. Oh yeah, I could have cycled. That's true. I should have cycled. Maybe we find the Curdle. Robert was pulling away from it, though, there. Might have found the Curdle, though. Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar. Oh, can't cycle from exile. Yeah, it wasn't in my hand. Good call. Still, I didn't think about it, but... All right. Good game, War Furnace. Well done. First on the board for chat today. Winners. War Furnace. Yeah, we'll keep this. Friendship into Marmoset with any land is a fine start. If we need to, we can cycle the Moloch. Or the Migration Path, but we'll start here. You and me both, buddy. Till this event finishes, so probably another half hour today, depending on how long these games take. All right, well, I'm gonna cycle the Godzilla. Obviously, he's farthest away from action. Look for land. And I guess we'll give our Dino Trample so that if we can manage to mutate onto it, it's got Trample. Although I'm kind of expecting Oppo to mutate onto the Mamba and kill our Dino about now-ish. We'll see. Nice forest draw. We can try Parcel Beast on the Dino if Oppo doesn't kill it right here. Feel like they're gonna. Feels like mutate onto Mamba, kill Dino is what we're about to see. If so, oh, maybe not, maybe not. Maybe not. What do we do in that case? I'm going to go for cast Great Horn onto Dino now, because that'll get us a land, and if it doesn't get us a land, they might counter it, but I'd rather have that countered than the Parcel Beast. There's like an uncommon that mutates for 3 in black. Those are Unhinged. Among my favorite lands on Arena. Essence Scatter. It's alright. We want to keep this alive and this alive, so that's why we did that. And no attacks. Cycle Crystal to find land, or just play Crystal as an expensive land, or just play Marmoset. Have a try and have a first striker out here. if we cycle and find land, yeah, we can just go crystal. We have enough life that I should probably just play the long game, which is really what Haj is suggesting. That, and also crystal gets through any potential second essence scatter. So yeah, I kind of hate actually playing crystals, but I suppose that's why it's in the deck. Sometimes you actually play this thing. See, there it is. All right, we don't have a bad play here, though. They come into play tapped. That makes me want to fire Prophecy away, like maybe even the Moloch. Although we don't need to send anything away. This is a reasonable hand. We're at 12 now. I think I want to kill this thing. That's where I'm at. Maybe I'm supposed to be cycling, killing. If we want Prophecy and Cycle, Haj, shouldn't we cycle first? And which do you want to cycle? Migration Path or Moloch? Probably Moloch. And we save this to get all of our mana going. Oh, that's true. We can cast the Moloch and get the path back if we need that. That's fair. But we should definitely cycle first if we're going to cycle. But what are we pitching, Wizard? We don't just get to draw. We have to pitch something. So, are you talking about pitching the Migration Path instead? I'm gonna cycle first. I know it's not required. And now, now this makes me... Do we get rid of the Curdle even? I'm gonna start here. And then... Yeah, is it grown up to get rid of the Curdle? Ugh. We're gonna have it soon enough if we get this back, but okay, I'll get rid of the Curdle. Mike liked Marmoset. I ditched the Curdle. But when we do, it's going to be good. I like keeping this. I like what we did, but you're not far off, Mike. This is fine, too. Yeah, Mike and Haj are talking about Marm. But I think when we get there, we're going to be happy this is still in our hand. I also just like our position here against 3 cards. I mean, they didn't play anything. That's a little scary. Still feeling like our Parcel Beast might not make it here. But I also feel like I'm going to start with the Moloch and see if we can't hit the... Yeah, Curdle down the line could be something we miss. Yep, could be Convolute. Not sure what to do besides cast our stuff, though. So, I continue to want to make sure we land Parcel Beast, so I'm going to try Moloch. Yeah, we could Marm first. I'm fine with this. This is great. I love it. Perfect. No way to do Godzilla, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not even close. Shut up, Ryan. There's dreaming big and there's dreaming stupid. otter. Annoying, for sure, but not super threatening yet. Now we got to play the migration path. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 of it's got to go to the migration path, or 4 to the migration path, but then we get Marmoset. That's cool. Oh, we can have, we could also mutate the beast, but I just like Marmoset here. And I like 2 defenders against otters when we're trying to take over a long game. Is Curdle on the bottom or in the graveyard? I thought we'd pitch. Oh, cool. So Curdle's back in play. Yeah, I think we just want to hardcast Beast. This is a place where I feel no need to mutate, although it does let us activate right away, so we can decide about that. But I think we want Marmoset doing one thing and Beasts doing another. And this is super scary, but we're gonna call. I think I'm gonna call both. And I don't think it matters which way we call. You want to block? Why does it matter? I can't figure out how it matters. I trust Hodge that it does, but I can't figure out how it matters unless you're thinking if it's just a +X or +X, we still get the otter. Maybe they didn't think, maybe they thought that was too powerful, actually. The, yeah, good call, Hodge. Or the -2/-2. So, yeah, Fire Prophecy not discarding is a power level knob, because discarding is more powerful than bottom of library. Even though we got to shuffle our Curdle back in the deck, for like most purposes, discarding into your graveyard is the more powerful effect. So probably just a power tuning. And now with 8 mana, I just like emptying our hand here and holding. And now I just like rock sliding the thing that can keep attacking us. And staying defensive. Yikes! Yipe! It's a forced block, but only on the Coil Bug, so we don't have to like give up our Parcel Beast to the 7/7. So I passed pack 1, pick 1, I think. Oh no, that was early. That was in my first draft today. I just remember almost taking this in a draft and then not, but that was the earlier draft. If we don't block now, die next turn, but we might find something to kill this with, right? Oh, that was this draft. Okay. Fertilid. I will take it. If they have mutate, we're done. But if they don't, we're still alive. We could still even find Curdle. With a Parcel Beast activation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, 6 after the Parcel Beast. So we can get 1 Fertilid and a Parcel Beast and still be able to Curdle, is really the math I was doing here. Corpse Churn. Yes. Oh, it doesn't really matter, right? Yeah, we are splashing the Harvester. So that's a great call. We could have gotten Harvester here. In fact, Harvester does it for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we even might... I'm tempted to Parcel Beast and look for it, but nah. Oh, I thought it was already shuffled. We already shuffled. There was something else that shuffled.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
So we're blocking here. Then we want to go like this. And then like this. You want to do Fertilid times 2? I want to do this first, because if we find Curdle, that's our answer. Or, say, Heartless Act, right? Now, do we want to Fertilid just for land? I think we just want it for attacks now. Possible mutate. I'm going to leave it. We're far enough behind, though, that I'm going to Parcel Beast over attack. I'm going to activate Parcel Beast over attack with Parcel Beast, and I'm going to do it now in case we get something we want to play. Like something that puts counters on non-humans. Yeah, Hodge. The Hodge highlighted it so it could be seen, but he really wanted to drive home a good lesson on why not to do that, not slam on anyone in particular. I can almost leave the Fertilid back because we're at 1, but I don't think there's hasty worries, so I'm gonna do that. And if there is 1 haste, we have a blocker. Mike wants the lands out of the deck. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we still got 5 more in the deck out of our 16 cards. Oh, that's right. There is a flash creature in Dimir. That could have sucked, but we are... That sucks worse. That's some trouble. Will they block? We need Slam Dunk to block. I'm going for the block tease. I could have gone for the draw, but I'm trying to encourage the block, thus attacking with the Parcel Beast as well. And I felt like adding another creature to the attack might encourage the block better. All comes down to this. Can you tie it up, or am I taking a 3-1 lead? Exciting. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Block. Block. You know you want to block. There were a lot of Raking Claws in the draft. I'm pumping Raking Claws into Slam Dunk's head. Raking Claws. I've got Raking Claws. You better not just take it, because I'm going to Raking Claws and win. Here it comes. Better block. He hasn't locked in yet. This could go either way. Ah, yes! All right! I'm in it! I'm in it, baby! I am in it! Although we can even just let this happen. That is the bug. I think that's in the graveyard, though, not hand, or I can't tell. Hello, friend. We were talking about you. Sorry, chat. Suck it. That was, come on, that was good. That was a very interesting call, and I'm teasing, I'm saying suck it and being teasy or whatever, but that was a really cool game in which Dunk had a very tough call. It was do you block and lose this creature, or do you not block and lose to a trick? So that was fun. GG. Yeah, way GG. That like, people didn't think I was supposed to attack with the beast on that final attack. I was like, I'm just gonna send everything so that we can threaten some kind of enough damage that he might decide he has to block. So it was very close. That was good. You had great reasons to block and great reasons to not block. That was the whole point of the attack. This looks good. We can't cast this yet, but we got the rest of our mana working out. All right, I need one more win, and then I've got my streak locked up. I have yet to be defeated by chat in this event. Hoping to keep that going. Ah, interesting. Yes, Haj. Could have gone either way there. If I had gone with use the Parcel Beast, we would have found Blood Curdle too, so. See you, Nantuko. Menace, right? Yeah, we can attack even. Oh, nice. You were a fill-in. Thank you for filling in, and thank you for figuring that out, Mama. I know we shift around a lot, but hopefully we'll always have someone around here who's willing to jump in. But I guess, Mama, someday, if somebody drops out, you're just going to have to sit down and draft. Yeah, I'll try and get Marsh in. I don't know. I don't have the clout with Luis to get him here. Luis and I are acquaintances. Luis and I are somewhere between acquaintances and friends, but I don't feel close enough to Luis to just say, can you come on my stream? But Marshall, of course I can. So yeah, we'll talk to him. Ooh, interesting. How about... It's a little aggressive, but it does give us stuff to do here. I'm going to Blood Curdle the Commando, putting a Menace counter on our Mentor, and then the Mentor can start can start increasing. Anyway, and then we get a Moloch next turn, although we don't have a cycling card for it, but it still might be worth playing as is. We could also attack and threaten Pump, and maybe hold the Blood Curdle. Maybe I'm too eager to run out my Blood Curdle, but I feel like I want to run over this Go Wide Weenie deck that I'm seeing develop here, so I'm going to do it. We all drafted together, Geothrix. Here, I'll give you the info there. Yeah, I have it on my plate. I've talked with Mama and Nantuko about this. It's on my plate to kind of craft an invite to some other streamers out there and try to get people... Oh, man. Should have sent a poet, etc. Try to get some other streamers in here doing this. I could just go boom, 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 and then Leosaur doesn't do that much. Yeah, I think that's correct. Let's just go boom, boom, boom. Could also do this and this. Maybe I should have done 3, 2. But I guess by getting rid of their Go Wide, I'm kind of reducing the usefulness of this Leosaur anyway. No, it's still not best for you guys to do it. Like, if Luis is interested in coming and doing this, it's still best coming from me. You guys pinging him on Twitter on my behalf or whatever is going to be counterproductive, I think. So we've got the Menace and the Pump here to be a 4/4 that could take out both of these. So I'm going to send in the Wag and leave back the Mentor. And then we can start doing Mentor Pumps. Yeah, Lola Man and I have been talking. Maybe I can get him to do one of my Fridays. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to have it be the... Well, what am I doing here? I think we're just going to play Moloch out as a 4/4. It's not exciting. A 5-mana 4/4 is not what we're looking to do in Magic, but I think it's correct here to just play it. and to just offer that one. Lots of menace around here, but the race is on, huh? Ooh, that kind of helps in a race and really says must block. Can they just swing back for the win, though? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess if they mutate, they could end up with a crackback win of some kind, but I'm going to go Serpent Haste, swing out, do your best / worst. You could. I just like play it carefully. What I don't want is for Luis to wonder why I'm not just asking him myself. You know. So we could send. If we send this, this, and this, there's at least one forced block. And... oh, you wanted me to just play Forest and go pump the Wag? Yeah, I guess that does similar amounts of damage. But I'm gonna put him to the test here. I'm sending all in. And if they want to take a moment to take out the Brushwag and take the rest of that damage, I'm cool. Oh, they can't, though. It's got Menace, so they can't really even get the Brushwag here or they're dead. So the Brushwag is a free attack. The only question is whether I'm setting myself for a lethal crackback, and maybe they got one card in hand and top of library, but there is a forced chump here. Looks fine to do that order. All right. I'm not sure, like, let's see. If everything here gets... if this gets too... I don't think we're in danger of losing to single card. This looks good, too. I think we have it. All right. My record is secure. We're at 4-1 on my team. GG, chat. Play a couple more here, but I got you again. Yeah, I was worried about that, Haj, but I was also, you know, taking the chances, right? Next up on my list is Mr. Hat. Mr. Hat. There he is. This is a lot of our splash here. We've got 3 splash cards, 1 Mythos, and just 3 lands. We've got another opponent on a starting companion. Everybody's on companions here. I'm going to keep, though. We've got Mythos on 4 with any land. It's super powerful, and if we find our fixing, we're in great shape. Hey, Diamond's happening every Friday, and if you want to get in on it, you need to join our Discord and check in on the draft stuff there, or reach out to Motor City Mama here or Nantuko Avatar, and they'll help you figure out how to get on the list. This starts at noon Pacific Fridays. Stinger is strong, but we found at least something to play if we want to. It's pretty valueless without... I mean, the menace counter doesn't... No menace counter, but I'm going to play it. It's a 3-2 for 3. Let's not fail to fill out our curve just because we want to get a little extra ETB value from the mentor. Against red-white cycling, we could be in... I mean, I think this is among the better decks in the format, so... Let's see if Hat came up with the monster cycling deck. Well, I've got the monster turn against the cycling deck. We're going to take out 2 key pieces of theirs. Nice try. This is one that confuses me. I don't know why this isn't higher on Wizard's priority list to get this to do the math a little better. It's like, it's trying to get me. One of these days it's going to get me. Or did I don't know what I said. It's always Ryan versus Arena, though, if we're honest. Sometimes it's versus chat. Always versus Arena. Well, I don't know. Elgar, it doesn't seem like a deliberate choice to me. It seems like a feature not implemented. Gem Razor is fine here. I don't know what you mean by the Ponder bug. I don't remember what that one was. Just like that Ponder didn't shuffle sometimes or something like that? I can't remember. Mostly Gem Razor is just like an extra statted 4/4 for 4. I don't think I've destroyed an artifact or enchantment with this thing yet, and I've had it multiple times. Dropping the Naturalist and cycling Godzilla is going to be our play this turn. This is what the cycling deck does to you sometimes, too. You're like, I'm beating it! I'm getting there! We got this! And then cycling untaps, plays a snare, you don't have the removal for it, and then you never do anything relevant again for the... We didn't play a land this turn, right? I should cycle to look for land to drop now. And we'll throw that there. All right. I just want to land. There we go. Well, it's a big 5/5, but we're going to get it eventually, either with the Harvester or Heartless Act or Ram Through or something here, so I'm not too worried. I'm going to go for, we could Moloch now and then Harvester, be able to harvest, mutate next turn. If we Moloch, we don't get anything good with the cycling thing because we can't cast Godzilla next turn. We could just Parcel Beast here and then actually have Ram Through up in case that matters. I think Parcel Beast plus Ram Through up is interesting, but maybe we just want to go Moloch for the possible Harvester. I'm torn. I'm going to go Parcel Beast. Hard to argue too hard against playing a freaking Parcel Beast. This thing is a beast of parcels or something. Casting Harvester doesn't do it, though. I want to mutate this Harvester. Certainly taking this. But sometimes the cycling deck, yeah, can have a bunch of cycling, and this is okay. Can they double it up? Just taking a big smack here, okay. But if they don't, if Hat doesn't play another creature, I think we're going to get him. They're fighting. Is there anything I can do about that? Ram Through. We don't have enough power for the Ram Through to work, so no, can't do anything there. But looks like we will be able to... Oh, and unfortunately it takes away our non-human, so we can't even harvest next turn, but we may have to cast it. And yeah, right? There's nothing else to do here. We just got to accept that. The only question is, are we like cycling Moloch? But I think we want to play Moloch so we can harvest onto it. Or Fertilid plus... Yeah, actually I'm going to go Fertilid then. Not casting anything, but I might need this to chump, but I'm not going to use it to chump because I might need it to Heartless Act or Harvester, but I can get Fertilid mana to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus black from Fertilid would allow us to do that. But I may just state to chump. Like, I'm going to just not attack. I don't want to lose to, although it's very unlikely we lose to another, you know, Raking Claws, but it's a real possibility. And I don't think this 1 damage is going to be the game, so I'm going to say no attacks. No, it stays... If you turn a human into a non-human and mutate, it turns back into a human and then stays mutated, but you can't mutate again. Hey, Music Bot, welcome. That's Lee. How you doing? Here, I should make you mod around these parts. Go. No, only on that one card. The one card that turns it from a human into a thing until end of turn. Only if the card says until end of turn, not just by rules definition or whatever. So, yeah, we could just take this and... It's risky, but I'm going to put it, I'm going to make him have it. You know, Hat, if you've got the double strike, I'm just going to do, like, but this isn't that valuable. Why am I doing that? This isn't that valuable. I'm going to chump with it. This is just making absolutely sure that I don't lose to Raking Claws. I don't think we would, and there's a part of me that just wants to take the chance. But it's not our black mana. Fertilid activation is our black mana. That's why I'm not worried. So I'm just making sure we don't lose to a double strike trick here. That would be sad. And if Hat doesn't find a creature, I love our spot. If he drops a creature here, we got some work to do. If he doesn't, we're going to be in great shape coming up. Oh yeah, if you put the human on top. I mean, if you make the, like, yeah, you could just put the human on the bottom and then it would not be. Get that swamp. Don't you play a creature on me? Countered? I would be super surprised if Hat was playing a counter in this deck. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Two-second lag. I haven't noticed, but well, it looks like red-white cycling with just some, I don't know, what doesn't make sense. This was free. This is just like a free card for him, and then everything else looks like some flavor of red-white cycling with reasonable stuff. Target player on Fertilid is extra weird, but it was from a design like how many years ago now? 15 plus years ago? Lorwyn? Or Morningtide was when that card came out, and the point of it is to be cooler in multiplayer. They were trying to design more Commander. Like in Commander, you could give somebody else who, you know, you could be friendly to somebody else. It's the idea of make the card more flexible in 3+ player games or make it easier to read in Grok. And I think nowadays they would not do it that way. They would not sacrifice clicks and clarity for multiplayer application. If they were to remake Fertilid in modern Magic, I firmly believe it would just be remove a +1/+1 counter, search your library for, you know. Well, Hat refreshing the hand. Let's see what is in the hat in the hand. Prickly, prickly. Well, we don't win this turn, but we have plenty to do here. Well, it makes me want to attack first and see if they want to just chump it all. Since we can't win this turn, I'm going to see if they want to do chumping. Hello, Elaine. How are you? More of my magic children are flowing into this stream. My daughter enjoys That Music Bot, aka Lee's stream. That Music Bot is in here in chat. Looks like Lee has brought some of his viewers along with him, maybe. And so now with this at instant and rooting Moloch, kind of just want to, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, I can't cast this thing. Maybe I'm being silly and we just Rock Slide and, actually, Rock Slide is probably our most flexible piece of removal. I'm going to go Heartless Act. I don't know why I'm doing all that now. It doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to clean up and win here. I didn't see the win. How did you see the win? We only had 5 points of damage that we could get through, and nothing in our hand did damage to face. But what does that do? That we can get him to 2 or whatever to. But there was no way to get him to 0 that I saw. Oh, ram through trample. Yeah. Sorry, you got it. You're right. I totally forgot about that mode of trample. Does this have trample? Doesn't the creature have to have trample? If the creature you control has trample. So this didn't have. Does this have trample? No. Okay, so I like you. I didn't think about it. So kudos for remembering ram through as trample, but it does have a clause that made it not work there. Well, at least you remembered to think about it. I didn't even, to be honest, it's not like I thought to myself, well, ram through has trample if my creature has trample. No, I just thought ram through does some damage. That's all I thought. I should have used ram through here too, because I might want to cast the Moloch. Again, I'm playing a little loose here, just trying to close out this game, but I think it's looking good for me. Yeah, Zenith off the top for 10 would have been like, oops. Hey, Fjord. The ideal format to play to get better. Well, the ideal format to play to get better is whatever format you want to get better at. But if you just want to get generally better at Magic, Limited is great. It's a way that builds up a lot of different skills. Basically, I often call Limited MacGyver Magic to date myself. In the 80s, MacGyver was like my favorite television show in middle school and high school. But I call Limited MacGyver Magic because you're scrapping together with whatever you can do, and it really teaches you interactions. It teaches you a lot about the game to try and somehow make it work with these slim pickings that you've got, as opposed to Constructed, where you just get to kind of do a thing, and then you get really good at that thing. But if you want to be generally better at Magic, Limited is the way to go for sure. All right, 5 and 1. I want 6. Deadweight is definitely less powerful in this format, Swordsman. I think it's an interesting conversation we can try and have sometime. I'm going to keep this. We're a little low on mana, but if we pick some up, we're good. Well, telling you that I loved it in middle school probably dates me. Or to say, I loved it in middle school as I watched it live. Guess what, Jag? You're old. It's all right. We oldies gotta stick together. Oh, sorry. Let me go read your troll, Nantugo. Confusing MacGyver and the Fawns is new. That's new territory. I like it. I'm going to go Mentor onto the Marmoset here, I think. Or we're going to try. We'll see. They got... Cheese has some potential counter magic up, but we'll try. We are hanging on here. Okay, 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 I'm in. We're gonna do this, because we gotta do this, kinda. And if the Parcel Beast has a land for us, it puts it right on the battlefield anyway, so we don't even need to attack or do it now. We can do it on their turn. Two sources. I thought just one, technically. I mean, it depends on what you define as a source. We have a Naturalist that gets this, so we can cast the Harvester off the Naturalist, and then in the two black spells, we have lots of fixing. We have ways to find it. It's more like 4 sources, which is fine. Maybe it's a little light. Ooh, that's a good question. Favorite Saturday morning cartoon? Probably, I think I have the box up here somewhere. If I can find it. Oh, yeah. Justice League! I mean, this isn't an actual Justice League lunchbox, but... Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice... Solomon Grundy kills Superman. Cheese is certainly getting cheesy here. We're gonna have to find ourselves some land to get this cast and kill this thing dead before we are dead. Not quite there yet. I think we need to... I'm gonna do this now. And then Wolverine, and then next turn we have Mythos, so not out of this yet or anything. Use Druid on Wolverine, but Druid, what's the extra mana for? We don't do anything with the mana. Oh, Parcel's already down, though. Oh, right. We're just lagged, Mike. Is that... Yeah. All right, I get it. You have a mutant. We're fine. We're so fine, it's extra fine. I can't even tell you how fine we are. We're so fine. If Cheese can counter our Mythos, we are not fine. But if we can resolve this Mythos and kill the Heron, we're okay. And now it looks like we get to. Hooray. Can even Mythos and potentially ram through. Yeah, keep safe would stop it. Let's see if they have it. But gotta go for it. Alright. Action is back. And Still can activate this later, so... But would trade Wolverine for one of these, I think. But actually, Wolverine is pretty close to getting to double strike mana, so I'm going to just say no attacks and try to get there. Not offer the Wolverine when it's going to be double strike soon. Nice. I like drawing 2 cards for 1 mana. How about you all? Yeah, if you all want to start gaming the event, you could gang up on me in draft, and I would probably lose pretty badly. Could train wreck me, but I trust you all to want it in a sporting way. And I'm just going to do this now. All right, here's where we need all that black mana that somebody was surprised I was running so low on. I still stand by our mana counts. We just are not finding our sources of picking up our swamp. Maybe we'll find one off the top. I'm going to find out. Although, if we just double ram through... Now, I guess we harvest, and then we can survive a turn and double ram through next turn. Four, 6. Well, we can't block any of theirs, so let's make them come up with the chump block, or the bounce block. Thank you for that sub. Appreciate it. Really need to find one of our black sources soon. Trouble is, a lot of them put it into battlefield tapped, so we're kind of like 2 turns away from it. So this, fortunately, ram through at least takes care of the polywog currently. Oh, no, not even. Last format I was aware of, even in concept, was that we were going back to Ravnica for some sets. All right, that's tough, because now we take care of this, and they're still at, well, not lethal, but we're getting farther and farther up against it here. Ooh, okay. That helps. Crystal, not so much, but between Rock Slide, gosh, we just can't do both. We just don't quite have the mana. A little bit short on mana. Then we're not dead, though. We're just short on mana. Given that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess we just have to fire this off. If I go Crystal, that doesn't make sense. If I cycle, we're taking a huge risk. Get on board, because they put a counter on wherever they want. But we could... So then... Yeah, we need to do 2 ram, right? Then we're not dead. If I do parcel beast here, yeah, we can parcel now. That's fine. Maybe we find something. Because all this flies, and we have a blocker for the ground. We're dead because empathy is going to give them a counter that they can throw around. If I play the crystal now, we end up with only 1 punch, not 2. So I can't play the crystal. The idea here is we're going to double ram through. I will be a mana short of what? Oh, sorry, of your suggestion. Yes, exactly. The reason I want to not rock slide... I mean, if we rock slide the 3/5, we're dead. We lose... Oh, no, we're not dead. We could rock slide the 3/5 and not be dead. But that's my thinking. If we wait, we can respond to their targeting. So I'm going to risk it and wait to respond to their targeting. Yeah, we lose to mutate. There's a lot of stuff we lose to. Can't kill the 3/5. With Rock Slide we can, and with double ram through we can. I'm doing it this way. And putting it on the symbiote means we go for the symbiote instead of the oddity. Although, whenever you... Oh, yeah. Why do you think we're dead? Why does everybody think we're dead? Haj, we're not dead. Or am I not seeing something? Haj is often right, but I don't see how we're dead. Oh, did I screw up by not killing in response? I still don't understand why we're dead. Can we just do... I'm confused. I could have killed 2 things and died? What? I think unpunt warf. Well, maybe I don't understand. I don't think you're... No, it... oh, yeah, it doesn't target. Yeah, well, now we're not completely dead. And now, 1, 2, we got 7, so we can Rock Slide, which is a sorcery, so we got to do that now. And leave everything else back and cycle, etc. They just kill us with a 2/2. We have 3 blockers for the ground and a 1, you know, yeah, okay, well... then our out is Parcel Beast finds us a swamp on top. Oh yeah, they have the biggest, so they draw. We're not dead. All right. We're chumping, but we're not dead. Is this trampoline? No. All right, my opponent's drawing extra cards. We have double strike, but it would still be a trade for the mammoth. Yeah, Flyer's getting in. We know that. But we're going to find our black source and get rid of that Flyer just in time. You'll see. This is interesting. What is this about, do you think? Maybe just thinning lands, try and find action to win with. Makes sense. Cheese maximizing their outs here to just winning the game. I mean, not we're the ones who need. We are the ones that need outs. Yes, that's gonna do it. We are now. We got one out. I got a call for my one time. One. It's not game. It's not game. I'm giving you a mostly dead to set up for the swamp that's on top of my deck.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
You ready? Oh, splash color, but not the right one. Both of the small creatures, we needed, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at it. I thought I needed to kill the big thing to not die. Maybe I'm wrong. We can cycle, but there's nothing, like, cycling does nothing. Cycling just shows us how close we might have been. Three-5 Flyer in the air before growing to a 4-6 with you at 5. Well, close one anyway. Sounds like chat found a line that could have kept me alive, but Cheese gets one more for the chat team, finishing the day at 5-2 for me. But great job, Strictly Cheese and War Furnace, and thank you everybody else for your participation. Appreciate that. Yeah, I liked it. I just screwed that one up a little bit. Well, good. Chat talked me out of the line and got you an extra one, right? Thanks to my mods for all their great work. Thanks to all the viewers who stuck around from your various raids. It was great to stream to you all this afternoon. We have this fun every Friday afternoon. I'm going to try and maybe Nox will come and do this with me. I should send a thing to him. So yeah, I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to get something written this weekend. I'll communicate out to some other streamers, and we'll try and get other streamers back in to participate in this, okay? I'm going to switch to Soapbox, though, and say goodbye to our YouTube friends. My hair is preserved for another week, and I really appreciate everything you all do, hanging out here with me. It's what makes it all work. Now let's find a good raid target for y'all. Who are we going to raid? Raid time for Newmont, Gabby, Tupperware. If Gabby is drafting, I'll go to Gabby. I just haven't been streaming late enough to raid Gabby lately. Oh, Gabby's not even playing Magic. Or maybe she is, but... Oh, Cubbers and Viper Pit. She's playing Constructed, though. How about Tupperware, then? Tupperware's drafting on Magic Online. How about Nerd Girl, then? Nerd Girl came and visited us earlier. Yeah, there we go. Drinking Drafts. We're sending you to MTG Nerd Girl. Perfect. Hang around for the Nerd Girl. You will enjoy yourselves. And I sure hope you enjoy your weekend. I sure hope you come back to hang out with me on Monday. And we'll keep it going. It's been a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this set, and I'm enjoying learning it with you all. Thanks for everything. See you next week. Bye, everybody.